This is the ENGWE L20 2.0, and there's something very special about this e-bike here. This is a 52 volt system and it has 13 amp hours in the battery, which is housed right here behind the seat. Not many e-bikes like this have 52 volts. So let's check it out and let's take it for a test ride. You've got your charge port right here, so you can charge it while it's in the bike, or you can take it out and charge it up. Comes with front dual fork suspension, which you can lock or leave open. And this is a hardtail e-bike, so there's no rear suspension, but it does have the seat post suspension right here, which we will make sure to test out in a little bit. And I'm sure you guys noticed there is a rear rack on this bike as well as a front rack, which I have the light attached to. The front rack does not move with the handlebars or the wheel, which is different, but it's fine because I think that's actually really cool looking. It might feel a little bit weird while riding around, but that's okay. And like I mentioned, guys, this is a folding e-bike. So real quick, we'll go over the folding features of this bike, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to use it. So not only can you fold down the handlebars very easily, pull on this lever just like that, handles fold down nice and easy, and then you've got another lever right down here. We'll pull that guy. We can fold this bike in half just like that. So this means you can take this bike with you just about anywhere you go, especially if you have an SUV or a truck or something like that you can transport it in, because it folds down really, really small. I mean, just take a look at how small and compact this is when it's folded up. I mean, I didn't fold it up perfectly because I don't want to mess with it too much. Then to unfold it, it is as easy as popping up your handlebars, just like that. And all you got to do is flip this latch into place. It's gonna click into place for you. Then you just gotta straighten your bike out and you'll be all good to go. Another latch, make sure it's in place and you're good to ride. Both sides of the chain have a guard, so that way your chain is not gonna fall off from the left side or the right side, which is very nice. You've also got a derailleur guard right on the back here, which is great. So that way you do not damage any of these components here, because they're very easy to damage. And if you damage them, they're not very easy to fix. The rear wheel comes with a nice metal fender already installed, and the front wheel also comes with a nice metal fender, which you have to install yourself, but it's very easy. You just set it in there, screw it in right here, and then you screw it in right up top here also. Very easy to install, and there's more than enough clearance between the fender and the wheel, so that way you don't get any rubbing. And like most other folding e-bikes you can get, the pedals actually also fold. All you gotta do is pull this little lever right here, then they fold up. I might end up replacing my pedals, but these ones work great. You have the front mechanical disc brakes. Over here, you've also got the rear mechanical disc brakes. The seat is a very good size and it's very comfortable, and the seat post suspension makes it very, very comfortable to ride. Even though it doesn't have the rear suspension, this makes up for it for the most part. So when you put the keys in, you're gonna see that little metal tab in the back there. That is so you can take the battery out. That's so you can keep it in and lock it in place. And you can take the keys out and nobody will be able to take the battery out. Then you just twist it one more time like that, and then you're gonna be able to start the bike up. It's kind of like a car. ENGWE, explore a new way. This is a 52 volt system, like I mentioned. The controller is housed right down here between the pedals, just like most other e-bikes. And that's a good sized box, and it's metally, so it's not gonna get damaged easily. It does not look like the rear hub motor has any branding on it, but it is a powerful, powerful system here. So far, I'm really impressed with the build quality and all the features that this bike has to offer, and the sleek design. It looks really cool if you ask me. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be from looking at the Amazon page for it, and I like that. It looks beefy to me, and it looks like it's gonna be able to handle just about any terrain you take it on. Maybe not sand, but we're gonna test it out today, see what it can handle, and we're gonna put it through its paces. Another thing that I really like so far about it is right here on the rear rack, you've got these circles here. So these circles are mounting points. You're gonna be able to mount a basket or something like that on this rack, which is awesome, especially since I'm gonna be trying to take it out on some fishing adventures. On the back side here, you have an integrated taillight, which actually is activated when you hit the brakes on the bike. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Then on the front side, we've got this headlight, which is very bright and very nice. I really like how they've got the cable management up on the front rack right here. You can see they've got a little hook going around so that way you can put all the cables through there, and then they're not going to be flopping around and getting in your way. We've got some 20 by 3 inch knobby tread tires, which are going to be great for not only commuting on the roads and on the bike trails, but also for doing a little bit of off-road too. So now I'm going to show you guys how to take the battery out of here. The seat actually has a little lever right here. You can just pop it up just like that. You turn your keys all the way this way, take them out, and you can just pop the battery up. And this is not a big battery. It only weighs about, I'm not sure, it's pretty lightweight, but I'd probably have to guess about 10 pounds. The bike itself with the battery inside weighs 60 pounds. And to get the battery in, you'll see this little track right here on the back. You just got to get it lined up, then slides right in just like that, pop it in. But the battery won't stay in unless if you guys actually put your keys in and lock it in place with this little metal piece. And then to get the power activated on here, you turn it one more time and you leave the keys in. So you can't take the keys out when you're using it, which isn't a big deal. Pop the seat back down and you're good to go. The seat post is also very adjustable. It goes down pretty low. So here's the lowest. I'm 6 foot tall, just for reference, so you guys kind of know what this looks like when I'm sitting on. I thought this bike would be for shorter people, but it's not. It's a good size for me. I mean, with my legs fully straight, I can touch the ground with 1 foot pretty much. And then this is what it's gonna look like at the lowest for my legs when I'm pedaling. So now let's bump it up to the highest height that this seat post can go to, which is pretty dang high, all the way up. So if you're like a 7 foot person or something like that, you'll be able to ride this bike. It's also step through, so you can just step right through just like that very easily. I definitely will not be riding this bike with the seat all the way up. I mean, look at that, I can barely even go all the way down with it. So if you're 7 feet tall or even more, you'll be able to ride this bike easily. I mean, look at this. At first impressions, I thought this bike was gonna be smaller when I saw it on Amazon, but it's actually a really good size. The seat is very soft and very cushy. And then you've also got the separation right in the middle, so that way you can get some airflow through there so you don't get all sweaty and gross when you're out on your bike rides. It's a very wide seat, so that way you're gonna stay comfortable even on long rides with it. We've got the comfortable hand grips here with that flared out edge, so that way you can really rest your hand on it while you're using it. You've got the controller here for controlling your pedal assist and stuff like that. You've got the plus, you've got the minus, you've got the power button on the bottom here, which I couldn't find for a little bit. I was having troubles finding that power button because it's kind of hidden. And then on the side of it, you can control your screen's backlight over here, and you can turn the light on up front. The display on this bike is very nice, and it's a color LCD, and it's also a really good size. I mean, look at it compared to my finger, and it's very easy to navigate. The side button here, you can change all your different modes on there for what you're tracking, your odometer and your max average speed and whatnot, all the things that usually come on an e-bike display. Then you can change that backlight and turn your light on. So when it's dark out, you can turn the brightness down, and then that also turns the headlight on. So now we've got it on a Syslo 5, and we've got the back wheel off the ground. Straight up to 20 miles an hour. Overall, the design of this bike is just super cool, and I like the way that it looks, and you can get it in different colors if you aren't digging the black color that they gave me. And speaking of that, thank you ENGWE for sending this over for us to test out and review on the channel. Make sure to check out the links down in the description and pinned down in the comments. The sun is in my eyes and I'm going blind, but that's okay because we're gonna go and take this bike for a test ride now. Let's go and do some fishing. All right, and we are heading off to test out the bike and go and try to do some fishing. Like I said, guys, this rear rack here is gonna be great, especially if you do any kind of cargo hauling or anything. Right now I've just got a backpack strapped to it because I've got fishing stuff in there. I don't have a basket yet. Hopefully this is gonna hold and stay on there. There's a golf course pretty close by and we're gonna head out that way. So right now I've got it on level 5 and we've got a little bit of a straightaway here. So we're just gonna do a little 0 to 20 test. I think it's gonna be pretty quick since it's a 52 volt system. It takes a second to kick in. And right up to 20. That was pretty quick if you ask me, but it cuts you off at 20 when you use throttle only, because I know that if you use the shifter, you can get up over 20. So let's give that a try. You just end up pedaling pretty quick. "28 miles an hour pedaling." When it comes to pedaling that fast, that is not sustainable for a long period of time. But if you need to get up to 28 miles an hour, it's doable. We're gonna test it out in the grass. And so far, our backpack is still on there. Oh yeah, very impressive performance riding around in the grass. Yeah, it definitely delivers a good amount of torque when you're using this. Oh, we got a little bit of a dip here. Let's just send it right up. Oh yeah, no issue at all for this bike. Let's just go right down through this little dip. I'm very impressed with this so far, guys. We're on a bike trail now. It's gonna be great for trails like this. This feels great, very smooth, and you can turn the power completely off and use it as a regular bike. So you can use it off-road, you can use it on the road, you can use it on bike trails, sidewalks, grass. I'm sure it'll do great on gravel roads. Pretty decent size hill. As you guys can see, you can't even see over it right here. We're gonna go to the bottom, give a little bit of a hill climbing test, throttle only. Yeah, this thing is a beast so far, guys. I'm so impressed. We're climbing up at 18, losing a little bit of power, but it's still doing it. Sitting at 16 miles an hour. And this is a really steep hill, guys. 15 still. If I was pedaling, we'd be going up a lot easier. And now it's starting to level off. Now that's a pretty impressive hill climbing test. This thing's got tons of power to climb those hills or propel you through rougher terrains like the grass or the dirt or trails. Wherever you're gonna take this thing, it's gonna do a good job, especially with the knobby fat tires. Even though they aren't super big, they're gonna do a good job. Another great thing about having a 52-volt system like this is it's so zippy that when it comes to crossing roads and stuff, you're gonna be able to do that really quick and safely. Getting across those roads, that's gonna be a very big help. Here we are. I was thinking maybe if we can get down in here, maybe we can find some fish. And the backpack is still on here, so that's great. Oh yeah, there's gotta be some fish in here. This looks pretty juicy, guys. So this is what we're working with for a lure. We just got this micro chatterbait on, and I think if there's anything in here, I should eat it. Maybe some largemouth bass or something. But I mean, if there's fish in here, we should be able to catch them. Backpack still on there good enough, I think. I'm not too worried. Make sure it's tightened up. That's why it's going to be super nice to have an actual basket on this thing. Let's test out its gravel abilities. Handling the gravel very well, actually. Oh yeah, pretty impressed with that. We're gonna turn around because we're scaring these dogs. We're heading this way. All right, we're here, the golf course. I don't actually know if we'll have access to the pond, but that would be so cool. What does the sign say? Oh, it's for golfers only, not fishers. Man, that's kind of bogus. There's a nice looking pond on the GPS, like right there. So I just pulled up to a spot that looks like a perfect little spot to test out the off-road capabilities of this bike. It doesn't look like much on camera, but it's like a little hill. It's a good slope there. A nice little challenge for this bike. And the suspension has been working very well so far. Very cushy feeling. And also the seat suspension, very cushy feeling as well. So whenever you hit bumps on this bike, you can't really feel them all that much. And it does really good in the grass and just off-road in general. So right over here, this is the spot. I'm just gonna send it right through this little hill. Oh, almost lost it. That was my fault, I went the wrong way. But it handled it very well, actually. That torque, that 52 volts makes a big difference when it comes to going down through here. Oh yeah, it feels pretty dang good. These tires are handling the off-road very well so far, and I'm very happy with it. What's up, guys? Why are you hissing at me? I'm just chilling. Alright, is this pond gonna be the pond where we catch a fish? I just want to catch one fish. Just one. One fish and that's all. Could be something here. Maybe the geese are trying to tell me something. Leave our fish alone. This does not look good, man. It looks like it's like half a foot deep. It's very muddy. It's time to say hello to our friends on our way home. Why are you guys hissing at me? Excuse me. I know, I'm not trying to hurt you guys. I'm just trying to pass. Adios. Have a good day. Even if they did try to mug me, this bike is too quick for them to catch us. This is a very nice e-bike, and I'm very happy to be able to test it out and show it to you guys. I've been scouting for some fishing spots, but I haven't been able to find anything. There's a ton of gravel here. It looks like they're making a new walking trail or something. So what better chance to test this thing out on a bumpy gravel road? Let's go, full throttle. Oh yeah. This thing definitely rips in the gravel. And another thing I figured out too is if you just pedal with the cadence sensor, it'll bring you up to 28. You don't actually have to pedal and put in the force yourself, as long as you just keep your legs moving, which is super cool. Saw a fish jump earlier. We still got this little micro chatterbait tied on, and I'm hoping we can catch some of these fish. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can see how steep this hill is here, but it's really steep. I mean, look at the people up there walking. We're gonna give it a try, and hopefully it goes well. See that? This is a steep hill. Time to do this. I don't think I'm gonna throttle only up this hill. Let's go. Actually, let's throttle only. Let's see if we can make it. Oh, nope, need some help. Oh, we are making it easy, dude. Oh my gosh. Look at that hill. This bike is a beast. Man, this spot looked so good, only to be let down. I mean, it is very murky in this pond, and I don't even know if there's fish in here. But we're gonna have to make a trip to one of the lakes in the area, or even a river or a creek or something like that, and see if we can catch some fish that way, because apparently the ponds around here just don't have fish in them. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you guys check out the bike down in the description and pinned down in the comments, because this thing is freaking awesome. If you guys do pick one up, I think you'll love it. Super fun to be able to just zip around on a 52 volt e-bike. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.